Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cannon&Crowd podcast, the preview show for this weekend. And obviously, I have Kia with me. But before we get into it, I actually want to apologize for missing out on the previous show, the roundup, the weekend roundup.
It
I
was a
had
long
some,
week, man. It was a long
yeah,
week.
on both sides, actually, on both
It
our
was a
sides.
very
He
long
had a
week.
long week, I had a long week. I had to change you can see that my setup is actually changed. I had to change. I was moving houses, so it was quite
But it's calm.
impossible
It's
for me to do
calm. It was a
anything.
long week for most of our rivals as well too. So
Yeah. Actually, let's actually just get right into it. Now that I've apologized, now that the pleasantries out of the way, let's actually start with, to me, what I would say the game of the weekend is, and um Liverpool versus Chelsea. Let me start with Chelsea. Chelsea fans, right? Remember when I was mentioning that you guys would get fourth and like finish the FA Cup, and you guys would, and I had fans telling me, "Oh yeah, it's disrespectful. You shouldn't do things. You shouldn't say things like that. That you're not even counting Arsenal as part of top three. We are one of the
sorry.
tightest contenders."
I just want to
Yeah,
say one thing. I'm calling one person out. His name is Martins.
yeah,
Martins, when you see this video, I'm calling you out. Because when we actually predicted Chelsea to come forth, he went on a rant on Twitter
yeah.
saying we were disrespectful, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Voila.
Now, and that's not even where it stops because all I've always tried to tell most Chelsea fans, even like I have, it's not just Martin, my cousins also messaged me about my comments on Chelsea. And I'm like, bro, I'm not lying though. You can't just wake up one morning because you won some trophy that they handpick who plays in. You think that you're a title contender. You're not a title contender. I'm sorry, you're not.
Now,
You
see, the
can't
thing is
like
that, the thing
see.
is, see, actually, if
Mhm.
after they won that trophy, they built on their squad, maybe they would have been title contenders.
So
Because,
the thing is,
all right,
the thing about it is, I don't really want to take that as an excuse because in the end of the day, that's a 2 billion squad right there. One,
yeah, and
two,
the thing is that
financially they
Chelsea,
should be competing.
Chelsea's 2 billion squad is not everybody's 2 billion squad.
Yeah,
In the sense that they are in this model where they want to sell players to get more. Just they've turned players to stock trading. They are trying to flip players here and there, right?
exactly. That's what their club is on right now, flipping
Exactly.
players.
So the problem with that is that for you to be a title challenger, there is a chemistry factor. I was
Yes.
explaining this to a Chelsea fan earlier. When you buy players, right, ideally, you're hoping that the player's ability is way better than the player that you're replacing. So that ability will cover up for the gaps that chemistry will fill up. Then
Hmm.
eventually the new player gets his own chemistry too. The problem with Chelsea is rather than buy better players, they are either buying same level players or players that are a tad bit below what they used to have. So the player that they had before that already had chemistry, that is making the like your ability is maybe 70. Chemistry is pushing that to get you like 80, 85. Right? Now you buy a player that is 60. He doesn't have that chemistry, or you buy a player that is 70, same level, he doesn't also have that chemistry. So the club as a whole and like the collection of players have somewhat regressed, albeit with the fact that they've had to deal with red cards
Hmm.
that they were not dealing with last season, right?
Hmm.
In addition to what they have with injuries too, the Club World Cup injuries,
Centre
new
backs.
players, integration. There's a lot of things going wrong, and these are the factors I had already considered when I was making predictions.
Exactly. Those
These are
are
the
things that we
factors
consider
I've
before we make the
considered.
prediction.
Because like if you are going through like the kind of rebuild that Chelsea is going, you cannot also be replacing with players that are less than what you used to have.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
arguably, like ideally they could have replaced Jackson, or they should have replaced Jackson when he
Yeah.
left, or they thought they had. But now the players that they replaced Jackson with, Joao Pedro is not an ideal nine, or he's not out and out nine. The other guy, Dilap, is injured till God knows when, and he's not even doing like the Jackson thing where he's able to play with Palmer. So whatever
Hmm.
chemistry Jackson, Palmer, Madueke, Neto, those guys have, is gone. They're back to square zero, which is one of the and another major problem for them is the red cards. they have to find a way to deal with the red card. If you look at the red cards, they've had the red card for different reasons, like different applications. But either ways, you're still one man down, whether you like it or not. They have to find a way around that.
Okay, yeah. So what? Yeah, I completely agree with you. But what I just want to say once again to Chelsea fans is look at it this way. Yeah, you are not tight contenders, and it's okay. It's okay. You finished sixth, then fourth, and yeah, you picked up the Conference League on the way, and you picked up the Carabao and the Carabao Club World Cup, the one that's you picked it up as well on the way. You call yourself world champions, which is fine. It's allowed because you won the trophy that signifies that. But don't get delusional. Don't have delusions of grandeur that you're thinking you're going to win the league or you're going to compete with a team that's finished. Like the team that we call tight contenders, it didn't start last year.
Yeah.
We're talking about teams that have been doing 3-4 years in the making. You just came from nowhere and you think that, oh, that's it, we're tight contenders. No, this is the reality check. Forget that tight contending thing. Just balance, get your fourth, win an FA Cup. You're a good cup team. I think you'll do well in cups. But title, forget about it.
Get 3 points against Liverpool this weekend.
Well, we're going to be asking for favors. But yes, I just want like Chelsea fans to know, come back. Like, forget those delusions. Come back. Come back to reality. And as for now, the Liverpool fans themselves. The problem I have with Liverpool fans is because you won the league last season, you think you're going to run away with it this season. You're not. You're not going to run away with it.
You can't blame them though for thinking
Yeah, I
that.
can't blame them for thinking it. But one thing that they needed to have opened their eyes to last season was that their major competition was actually not fully fit almost throughout the season, bro. Nobody Man City missed Rodri throughout the season. We're playing matches with Merino up top. There's no reason why Merino should be our striker,
Yeah.
right? So now that I've said that, I feel like Liverpool fans got carried away, and I'm happy about how last weekend went. I'm even happy about how their week actually went as well because they lost again. It is the rude awakening that a lot of people needed. Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, wake up! Season has started, bro. Season has started. All those your 90th minute, now they run you the 90th minute winner. How do you feel? Now they run you the 90th winner.
I'm so paid we didn't have a
How do you
weekend
feel?
roundup. I'm so paid we didn't have a
Yeah,
weekend roundup.
because I had a lot to say on that day, but right now I'm just
because I really want to look at Liverpool fans and just talk to them. But
bro.
yeah, I agree completely with everything you said.
But before you even go on, and slot as well. You lost one game, and next thing you're throwing every single player you can see under the bus, bro.
No, like
Saying,
he has
"Oh,
thrown players under the bus consistently. He didn't just start doing that.
bro,
He's been doing it since last season. He's been
why you
doing
throw
this
your
since
players
last
under the bus, man? Obviously things happen in matches that you don't like when you're smacking teams. You don't come out and throw them under the bus. These players
season.
fought for you. They won you the title. Give them some respect, bro. That kind of thing, especially that Gakpo one, it was unnecessary for him to say because he just basically, to me, he basically turned the attention away from the fact that they lost the match to someone not following his tactical instructions, which to me is not allowed. It's like similar to what Ten Hag did with Sancho. That one was even worse because that one he was blaming a player that was not even playing. Stop throwing your players on the bus. Just one loss, bro. The season is long. Anything that happened this season, the season is long, and that's what I've been telling Liverpool fans: relax, take your time. If you're going to win the league, you're going to win the league, but you're not going to win the league in October, bro. No, you're not.
I remember saying before the Crystal Palace game, which I predicted was going to be a draw, I think. I had said if Liverpool is going to win this league, they have to be better.
Yes, you did. You
Like
said that. You said
you
exactly that.
cannot win the league by winning every game at the death of it. Or you cannot win the league by losing entire control of the game for 10 minutes every game. Because there's always a 10-20 minute spell that Liverpool have no control of the game whatsoever. And somehow the opponents are able to, break them down. And to be honest, this doom was coming a long time ago because Alisson has been top notch this season. Somehow it has gone under the radar. Maybe because they're not keeping enough clean sheets and whatnot. But Alisson has kept Liverpool in games severally this season. Like, he has continued to make unstoppable saves after unstoppable saves. And like eventually you cannot catch a goal, and now
Yeah,
like people are
yeah.
scoring those goals and it's
Hmm.
telling. But yeah, I mean for me, just Liverpool this weekend, it is going to be a very close game, closer than a lot of people would think. It wouldn't
Hmm.
be. I don't care if Liverpool is on a
Oh,
good form.
my prediction is a draw. I predict a draw. I think they're going to draw. I think it's going to
Yeah,
be 1-1
I
or
think
2-2.
I'm going to lean
That's
towards
my
that as
prediction.
well.
Yeah.
Like provided Chelsea don't get red carded again, because Chelsea get a red
Yeah, there's
card,
that.
they would lose.
It's
I
over.
don't
Yeah,
care where they are getting the red card from, whether
it's
it's the
over.
last
They get a
knockout
red card as it is
or
over.
something stupid. If they get a red card, they lose this game. But if they
Yeah.
don't, I I might actually tilt towards a Chelsea win. Just
Nah,
because the thing is, this is the thing. Look back at all the games Chelsea have not won, at least more recently, right? In those games, it's not as if they played poorly. They've just had to deal with the red card. I think
mm,
their coach's problem is like playing with 10 men. Right?
mm.
Playing with 10 men seems to be like a problem for him. He's either like making subs too early to the point where his team does not have a chance anymore.
Or it makes them too late.
Exactly. So, like, I feel like if they don't get a red card, they have a depleted team. I think I'll stick to a draw. I'll stick to a draw. They have a
Yeah, I
very
think it's a draw. I think it's be a 1-1 draw between Liverpool and or 2-2 draw. Historically as well, this match always ends in a draw anyway. So,
yeah.
so yeah, I predict a draw. Although last year Chelsea actually did beat Liverpool in the league. So, but then again, it was after they've gone on a holiday. So you can't
I
really
guess
hold too much into that. You can't read
I
too
guess
much into
we'll see.
that.
We'll see. But I think a
Yeah,
draw
I
is
guess
a
we'll
very
see.
good prediction.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, yeah. Let's actually go to the next game. A team that's actually beaten Arsenal at the Emirates 2 seasons consecutively. Arsenal versus West Ham is it's weird because like when you look at the fixtures that next maybe like 5 fixtures that Arsenal has, we're not leaving London. It looks like everything is favorable for us. But as an Arsenal fan, we know the teams that seem to be
Boogie team.
problems. West Ham,
Yep.
Fulham, even
Mm-hmm.
Palace as well. At the point, Palace was a bogey team for us as well. And it seems like they're all coming in a cluster right now, and we have to get through that cluster. It's I saw a tweet. Someone said, "Oh, that he was more nervous, yeah, going to Bernabeu. Sorry, he's more nervous going to the Craven Cottage than going to Bernabeu because it was like that."
I feel like that was just exaggerated.
Yeah, obviously it's exaggeration,
I feel
but
like that's
the idea is for some reason Fulham always get something out of us when we go to their stadium. In fact, not even when we go to their stadium, both stadiums.
But thing
So how
is,
are you feeling about this match?
as well, we always tend to play these games often at the back of either a loss or a depleted team. That is always
Mm.
what happens. But usually depleted. I remember last season, I think it was Odegaard that wasn't available around the time Saka dyed his hair or something like that. But usually just depleted.
Well, she mentioned the Saka
You
died
know,
this
like
year, man.
as much as we just seem to think that Saka was poor in that time, it wasn't. It
Mm.
wasn't at the time, but just because we want to attribute things to like, but then it was just a marker. But yeah,
Mm.
I feel like this time, I feel like it's just Arsenal fans just trying to be doom and gloom for no reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is I mean, at the end of the day, football has a way of humbling everyone, but I really
You're
don't
seeming
think.
you're seeming optimistic about the match then.
Oh no, I am because I mean we don't have any injury worries. The system seems to be flourishing at the Emirates.
Mhm.
I just think it's one of the like I know recently we've not been able to really smack West Ham at the Emirates. We seem to smack them in their house.
I
At the
think
end,
we're due a goal glut. So we're due like the match
yeah, and like I
where
feel like
we
it's
just
also like a manager that
unleash.
I feel like this is a manager that will also not be caught like surprised as to what he's going to do at the Emirates. He's going to
Hmm.
come out in a mid block or a low block
Yeah.
and try to counter us. So I think we'll be fine in this game. I think we'll be fine.
Mm. Mm. Okay. I agree. What score line will you give us though?
3-0. 3-0 Arsenal win.
Ooh, 3-0.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I feel like this is going to be a traditional Arsenal West Ham game as
I
opposed
think it's
to
going to be 5-0 win. Arsenal. I don't know why you're laughing, bro.
I think I'll take the 3-0 just because I knew my manager knows how to drill in a very good low block and a mid block.
5-0 Arsenal, man. 5-0. 5-0.
And he's played us already this season.
Yeah,
I,
we'll
no, no, he
collect.
hasn't actually.
He hasn't
He
actually. He
ended
was
before he
sacked by the
played us
time.
when he got
Yeah,
sacked.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I think I'll stick to 3-0, 5-0.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0 Arsenal win.
5-0.
Be there, be there, be there.
5-0. I will be there. I will
Be
be there.
there. 5
Yes.
5 nil Arsenal win. Let's
But
move on to the next game. Actually, I think for the Arsenal game, it's everybody will predict an Arsenal win, and hopefully we get a very good game. I think we will get a very good game. Odegaard's back, and well, I'm sure we'll create a lot of chances. So
I,
5
I
nil.
won't say if I've been raving about Odegaard on here, but I've been raving about Odegaard like in secret channels. A lot
But
of
yeah,
like
he's pulling up
I've
those
been
captain performances.
I've
So
been in
yes.
groups. I've been in groups of people that do not like Odegaard. Like they do not like Odegaard, and I've
Mm.
had to be preaching about Odegaard consistently. But yeah, Captain Fantastic is back.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
that will just
Yeah,
gist.
hopefully long may this continue because I think
New record,
if
long
he's
way.
kicking if he's kicking like that, we're good. We're good. But let's move to Spurs. And for Spurs, Tottenham hurts Spurs. Let's just start with the weekend's match. Wolves. The one team that hasn't been able to beat anybody this season. The one team that hasn't been able to get points from anybody this season, bruv, in England. And Tottenham said, you know what? Here's 1 point.
Can I
Here.
can I say it?
Yeah, please, by all means.
I told you so.
You did. You did. You mentioned it. You mentioned it. Like, how can you be so predictably shit? How? How do you do it?
Again, Tottenham fans out there, I do not like you, but like if you need the lyrics as address.
You see, the thing about it is, I'm telling them the truth about their clubs. That's what it is. I'm telling you the truth about your club. Like, it was so predictable that you would drop points. And you dropped points. And see, it's not like you dropped points from a winning position. Bro, you were losing for 90 something plus minutes of that match.
I think
Another
I
set of
think the
people that need to
problem
wake up, bro.
I think the problem is what I highlighted last week. Like Thomas Frank still has the same problem or worse problems that he has when he was at Brentford. And the reasons why those problems were not really enunciated is the fact that it was at Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
Brentford, where there are some games that if you lose, nobody's going to raise an eyebrow. It would just be, oh yeah, sure, like at least it doesn't affect, like it doesn't get us relegated or anything. Like he has the time in the world to like make mistakes and come back from it at Brentford. At Tottenham now, is every mistake is highlighted, and now he's managing a quote unquote bigger club than where he was before, right? Where expectations are higher, right?
Mm.
Nobody's
Yeah.
nobody's going to let you go off of we're not getting relegated. The expectations are higher, so now he has to step out of his comfort zone a lot more. That is the big adjustment for Thomas Frank, and I don't know how soon like he's going to get out of that. But then
Also
again,
drew. He also drew in the during the week as well. And funny enough, I like Thomas Frank. But see, once you enter that Tottenham team, my agenda against you has started, bro. And for his own good, I hope he gets sacked. For his own good, he can get to another team. I don't know why he chose Tottenham in the first place. Why would you go to Tottenham? Anyhow,
you
it's all
cannot
good.
blame him. You cannot
I
blame
can't
him.
blame him exactly. It's a
For
career decision. Career decisions are.
exactly
It's not a
like
football decision. It's a career decision. That makes sense.
I don't think there's any other quote unquote
I'm
bigger.
just being a hater, honestly. That's what it is.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
trying to stop you from being like just be objective. Like
No,
there's no
the truth about it is you can't really berate Thomas Frank for going to Tottenham. You
exactly
can't. You
exactly.
can't. So if I'm saying something like this, it's just that I just don't like the fact that he went there because he's actually one of the managers I actually like. So yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I wouldn't even say I liked him because me, I always just saw like I feel like a lot of people don't always notice when small teams are going through their bad patches, right? We
mm,
just know when they are beating big teams.
yeah,
But
true,
like they
true.
usually have their patches where they go through it, right?
Hmm.
But like, a lot of people don't know that. I wouldn't say I never rated Thomas Frank. I just saw him as a manager that was good for where he was at, right? Like I didn't really see like anything out of normal. His low blocks are really good. He knows how to keep teams in low block. But what happens when you are going outside of that? There's a reason why he always like just depended on his two-man forward. whether it was Tony and Mbelmo or it was Wissa and Tony, or like whatever way it was, he knows how to just lump the ball forward, 2 man forward, and he works his way forward from there, right? Whether how much that would be applicable to Tottenham is what he has to sort out. But yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. So what do you say? It's called like Tottenham versus Leeds.
I think Tottenham wins this one just because Leeds is not one of those teams that would.
Leeds is at home. It's at the Ellen
Yes.
Road.
Yeah, I do see Tottenham winning the game.
12:30 kickoff.
The reason is Leeds are going to come out to play. They
Yes.
will not sit back at it, especially because they are Elland Road. And
Yes.
it's Daniel Farker, which I was predicting would get relegated this season, and he has
Mm-hmm.
proven me wrong.
No, it's not
They
too late.
come out, like they come out at teams this season and they've been able to stamp their ground, right? They came out against Wolves, 1 goal down, came back 3 goals, scored 3 goals, won the game, right? Some banger goals in there too. But I do think this is one of the games they should sit back. If they can sit back against Tottenham, they will get the win. But if Daniel Farker goes Daniel Farker away, I think they'll lose at home today. This weekend.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I think Tottenham will actually end up winning this game, but it would be so Tottenham to not win. Anyways, we'll move on to Manchester United versus the side chicks, Sunderland. And before I even get into this, mind you, see, the truth about it is, yeah, at this point, it's becoming sad. I knew Man U was bad, but wow, this is dreadful, bro.
It's annoying. Because like
It's annoying. Why is it annoying? Why is it annoying?
Mine was the only team that did not go well with my predictions last week. Like they're the only ones like I got completely off. Just cause and the funny thing is I use the same logic in prediction for other teams. I used for Manchester United, but somehow it did not work. Because if there's any place you want to prove a point,
I just knew, though. I just knew.
you want to
I
prove a
just
point.
knew that they were not going
Let's
to win.
see. I,
I just
don't get me
knew.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Amorim is trash. He needs to go. I don't believe in him anymore. Like, homeboy is dead in the water. I don't care. But I also believe that it comes a time when player abilities have to translate in the game.
Yes.
Like the ability to just say I am not losing this game, and the more games Manchester United play, the more it feels like they do not have that kind of player anymore. It used to be Bruno one time, but it kind of feels like Bruno is spending more time just I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I don't. I'm not in the business of like speaking ill about people, especially when
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
players.
yeah.
But it's just not exciting enough anymore because these players are just I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it
And
is.
what I want to say is, I still see there's some United fans that still back Amorim. I'm like, bro, don't you like happiness?
No, like see the thing is I've spoken with a few Manchester United fans that still want
Yeah,
Amorim, and their
yeah.
point of view is they've seen managers come and go over time, right? And this set of people just believe that if Amorim can do it at Sporting, there's no reason why I can't do it here
You
as
can't do
well.
it as United.
I feel like they are still looking at him with the same view they're looking at him from Sporting. But I don't
Mm.
think that's how you should look at your manager. You should look at what
Yeah.
he's able to do, what he has at hand, not what he used to
With the
do.
league, he's also participating in.
Yes, because I feel like, for example, I watched this what's it called? This recent interview with Glassner, and they were asking him why his own version of 3-4-3 works and like it doesn't seem to work for some other managers, and he's like people always seem to be fixated on the system, and so it's not entirely about the system.
Yeah, that was very
I,
intelligent by Glass now as well.
ideally,
I remember what he said.
ideally, his preferred formation is 4-4-2, right? And like you can tell why any manager would prefer 4-4-2. It is very easy for you to fall into like your like without like it's a very easy formation for you to fall back on without the ball. Like I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
Arsenal also plays
We
4-4-2.
de- we defend in the 4-4-2. We defend in
Exactly,
the
they play
4-4-2.
4-4-2
Yeah.
without the ball, right? It's very easy for you to attack and like defend. Your players don't have to do any gymnastics about their position or anything. They just go back and forth that way, right? And he's not using that because he doesn't have like the tools to play that formation as much as well as he wants to. and he has pivoted to a 3-4-3 and he's using it and it's working. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why Amorim would not even pivot to a 3-5-2, I don't know. Like you
I,
want
I,
to
I, he's stubborn as well. He's actually
yeah,
very
yeah, he
stubborn.
is. He is. He's
He's
really hell
stubborn as
bent
well.
on that system working. And Manchester United right now is a team that I think would work in a 3-5-2 or a 4-3-3, for example. A four
Mm-hmm.
three three with one playmaker, one box to box, and one OD midfielder. I think
Mm.
that just sorts them out completely. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a 4-3-3 with one playmaker, one box to box, and um one holding, or one holding and one ball winning midfielder. One of those two, that combination would work with Manchester United, but for some reason the manager doesn't deem it right. So, I mean, who am I?
Yeah, and me, like, maybe he knows what he's doing, but he does not appear to know what he's
I don't
doing.
think he knows
And I
what.
think he has, I feel like
I've seen.
he has mentally got himself to a point where he's invested in his
In his own sack.
tactics and formation. Yeah, in
Oh,
his own even.
I feel like he just wants to get sack at this point. I feel like he wants to get
Yeah,
sack.
at this point, and to be honest, I think by October he's getting sacked because the rumors,
You
these
know
are
what's
rumors.
crazy? You know what is
Mhm.
crazy? I was watching a few like tactical analysis of Manchester United, and like I saw this stats where Dogu happens to be the one person that appears in the most space in the team. He has the most shots and whatever
Mhm. Mhm.
metric.
Mhm.
He's stopping the attacking shots and whatnot. It would be so much easier if you can just flip that responsibility around. Why can't Ahmad end up in that space? Like just rather than
Mhm.
tilt it to be left sided, tilt it to be sided if you want to be so fixated on it. Like there's no reason why your
No, but look at it
defender.
this way. Okay, well, let's look at it this way. Yeah, it's almost the same way our left side, especially the left back, for example, has a particular function, and
Yeah,
Ateta barely ever moves it to the right side.
I know. The thing is
Even though
that
us, we have the
I
personnel to
cannot
play it.
ask us to move it because it is working.
Yeah,
Like
we have the personnel
if
to
it
do it.
was working, if Dogu was popping or he was creating assists, nobody would complain about whatever space
Mhm.
anybody
Mhm.
has.
Mhm.
The reason why somebody like me can suggest that why can't it tilt it is because it's not working.
Mm.
Like it's not working. That's like obviously the man definitely is getting paid for the job. I'm not getting paid to do the job. But like if we can see that your formation is creating space and it's creating short opportunities, it's creating chances for your left wing back, and your right wing back is the attacking person. It just makes sense to try to swap it around. Like I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Me,
I get what you're trying to say.
from a
I
layman's
get what you're
point.
trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like if the truth is you're building up from the right and the ball is ending up on the left, why can't you build up from the left and let the ball
and
end
let the
up on
ball end
the
up on
right?
the right. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
because you have more attacking prowess on the right. Like on the right is where you have Mbeumo, on the right is where you have Ahmad. Right? On the left, you have Dogu. Like, why can't the chances just end up on the right instead? Like, those are the things that I'm just looking at. Like, tweak these things and like, I don't know. But yeah, it is what it is.
Anyways, I don't really know what Man United has to do, but whatever it is, them and Chelsea, you have to do your acts together for the next 2 weeks. You face Liverpool, you both face Liverpool, and
United
we
face
need you
Liverpool
guys.
in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, I think
Well,
after
at least
Chelsea
no,
is
it will be
Liverpool.
next 2 weeks. I think after this weekend is international break.
Uh, I'm saying the match after the Chelsea match for Liverpool is actually United at the
I'm
Anfield. I
hoping
think.
Amorim gets a sack this international window.
I think he's getting his sack this
I
international,
hope he
either
gets
this one, because the rumor is when was he hired? Let's because the rumor is he has to be 1 year. If not, man, you have to pay big
so that means
payout.
he'll get a fire this weekend then.
Yeah, when was he sacked? When was he hired? That's what you
I
know.
think it was November. I think he got hired in November.
Yeah. So because if it goes that way, United will have to pay him the price we spent on Musquera.
Why did you have to make it sound that way?
No, I'm
Like you
just
didn't
saying
have
that's what we spent on
why
it. We spent
why
it
you adding
on a
salt to
21-year-old player
Hearing,
that could actually go
fans
on to
like
be
you, fans
yeah.
like you are why we are not successful as a club.
How?
Because if we are successful, you will make everybody hear it.
No, but the thing about
You
it
could
is,
have just said
I'm the kind of person I
you could
can
have
take it
just
though.
said
I
they
can
will
take
have to
it.
pay
I can
him.
take it. Bring it. I can take it.
Sure.
If I can take it, I can dish it, man. I can. And the thing is, I don't lie. I say Facts. How I say it might be a problem, but they're
Yeah, it's not a
facts.
problem. It's not a problem for me. I'm just saying, if I was a Manchester United fan, I will mute you every time you're talking
You know what?
because
I'll just say something. I have something to
you're
say to
hating
that. Yeah.
options.
No. I have something to say to that because like Ruben Amorim is at the wheel, and I really, really pray that this continues. Honestly, like if
I
you don't
don't
know,
pray.
if you, I know you don't play continue because you want them to beat. But see, honestly, right? If we're going to win the league, we're going to win the league by ourselves. If like, don't get yourself right.
Yeah,
Go and
true,
batch
true.
relegation again. I
Well,
don't really care.
to be honest, I don't think I can agree more with what you just said. Because over the past years, is one thing I've learned in this league is the time when you expect
Don't
them
look
to
for
help
favors,
out
man.
that they're not going to help. So
Yeah,
yeah, you know
don't look for
what?
favors.
Yeah,
Do whatever you want. Like long may it continue. If you like
yeah,
finish 15th again this
yeah.
season, I
Long
will
may it
cook
continue.
you. I
Actually,
will
yeah.
cook you and cook you. I'll continue cooking your team.
Sorry, Gordon Ramsay,
Honestly,
continue.
that's what I'm on right now because, like, you see this Man U. There are some teams that
Dami,
have been pissing me off.
Dami,
Chelsea,
continue.
Man U, Liverpool, and I had to get this off my chest. I wish we did the round up last week because there was a lot more to say. But
Don't
yeah,
worry,
what's your scoreline for this
they'll
match?
lose again this weekend.
Amen. What was your prediction for this match? Man U
Sunderland
versus
win.
Sunderland.
Isidore goal.
Wow! I actually think Man U is going to win this match. Just like
Nah,
last match.
Sunderland win. Wait, who's at home?
Nah, Man U's at home.
So the problem is that Sunderland is the kind of team that Man you find difficult to break down.
Beats, yeah.
They sit in a very compact block. Like I've been raving about them all season.
And
Like
Man
they
U,
sit
once you take over that
very
midfield, they are gone.
exactly
They're gone.
The problem is that Sunderland will most likely let them have the ball because
And
they are
Man U
also
doesn't know what
playing
to do with the
again.
ball.
Exactly because it's going to be at Old Trafford. Am I right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like Sunderland is going to win this game. I
I
feel
think
like
it's going to be either a Man U win or a draw.
we'll
I'm
see.
tilted towards a Man U win, but because of the way Man U has been doing all season, I would say a draw. A draw, maybe like
Nah,
2-2.
I'm not predicting
2-2.
anything positive for Manchester
2-2.
United until the sack hammer. Sunderland win. Don't go.
2-2.
I'm adding it. Don't go to it.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Let's actually move to the Man City versus Brentford match. Man City seems to be on the up since the match against us. They've been doing well. Haaland is on the form of his life. If you don't have him on
That's
your FPL, you're
that's
wasting your
the
time.
exact thing that is going on at Man City. They are not on the up. Alan is just in
He's
a
on the form of
crazy
his
form.
life, exactly.
Like he's in a crazy form.
And that's all you need, though. You know, that's all you need to survive.
True,
To
true, true.
Because it's 3 points you need, and he's scoring. I know. During the week they drew with Monaco, and you saw Bernardo Silva going out and saying he's known for diving. I love to see Bernardo Silva cry because
Nah, like
he's one of the biggest wind ups in the Premier League. He's always
you know the
winding
funny
players up.
I didn't like. I mean, I've seen Bernardo Silva do this like antics he's trying to pull,
Yeah,
but I feel like he's doing it more often recently.
often,
And
yeah,
it's just
recently.
pathetic to see.
So I think it's because when they were Man City, he didn't have to,
True,
right?
fair enough, fair
Now
enough.
that like tips are down, that's
Yeah,
when character starts to come out.
true.
And if you notice, he used to do these things on the pitch. Bernardo Silva was always a wound up, even on the pitch. If you watch him on the pitch, you don't have to see what he says. From his
Yeah,
character, the way he acts towards players, you know that he's a dickhead.
yeah.
And he
I feel
continued.
like he's just shocking to me because like at least I've seen it with what's his name what's this guy's name?
Charlison,
No, sorry, Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno
Like
Fernandes.
at least you can tell like the kind of person he is. It's not
Yeah,
like there's
he's
nothing
not
hidden
hidden.
about it. Like you can just
Yeah.
tell you just want to whine all game long.
Mhm.
I just didn't think like that was Bernardo Silva's type of
Yeah.
person. And like it is so consistent about it. Is either if Arsenal is going to play Man City, that's when you remember that Liverpool are their major rivals. They're not
Hmm. He
Arsenal.
always has something to
That
say, man. He's a
it's so
crybaby.
like
He's a crybaby, man. That's what he is. He's a crybaby.
mm.
He's a very big crybaby. Anyways, what did we say the scoreline would be for this match? Brentford versus Man City.
I think this is I think I'll go with the draw for this one.
Mm,
I'll go with the draw
mm,
for this one, just because like I feel like Brentford somehow have just mastered that low block under this their new manager,
mhm,
and
mhm,
they just know how to sit back very well.
mm,
They do it so good, and yeah, I see them getting something from this game.
mm. Okay, okay. I think it's going to be a 2-1 Man City win. Not because Brentford will not play well, but I think that Man City is just going to scrape it. Like I said, Haaland is on the form of his life. He's probably going to get some goals. And that's what I think it's
I
going to
think I
be.
think there's a start where he scored in every game since September started.
Oh, really? So I didn't
Every
know that
game,
start, but
like in every
yeah.
game since September,
So you
he's
can imagine. So I think that's what's going to happen again. They're going to get Haaland all over them, and they're going to lose
Newcastle is
two
still my
one.
captain though. It's because
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah, sure, sure. That's
I did check my
that's
FPL.
fine.
That's why.
You know what? Let's move into the next game. You know what? Let's move to Nottingham Forest. The reason I'm moving to Nottingham Forest is because you sacked a manager that was doing so well for you, had you in Champions League position. You went on to whine to UEFA that you don't like where you are, you want more. They gave you more, bro. You now sacked the guy that got you even in the position to be able to whine in the first place and brought in Ange Postecoglou. Now he has lost his game against Nottingham Forest. I'm sorry, against Midland, right?
Mm.
At home, note, Maranakis sat down, watched, Wesley went to London, to the Emirates, watched Arsenal dismantle Olympiacos, came back to his own house in Nottingham Forest and watched them get piped as well. And I was so happy about it. I do not like the way he treated what's his name? No. I don't like to
The truth
me,
of the matter is, I don't think you know the full story of what
I
went
don't
down.
think I know the full story.
Exactly.
I don't
From
think I know
what
the full
I've
story.
read,
But what I want to say is it's definitely and it was not performance related.
it wasn't. It was never performance related. It was never.
Exactly why he shouldn't have been sacked.
No, again, you don't know the details of the story. From what I've read, right, from
Mm-hmm.
the first meeting between Edu and Nuno, it went sour. And from what I've read also, Edu made several attempts to try to make them on a level ground, to like at least a working, like an
Mm-hmm.
official working relationship. Nuno
Mm-hmm.
was like he never accepted.
Mm.
Nuno was not getting
So you
along
feel
with
like
Edu
you feel like Nuno was
to the
being
point where Edu
the
doesn't even go to training sessions. It was that bad. That relationship was
mm.
that bad. Like
Okay. So you think
according
that
to what I
Nuno
read, according to
yeah
what I read, at every official gathering, they avoided getting Nuno and Edu in the same
do the
space
same room?
just because they could not get along with each other at all. It
Oh
was that bad. And from looks of things, Edu's role supersedes just Nottingham Forest. He's in
yes,
charge of the entire.
Olympiacos as well. Yeah.
Exactly, it's like he's the head of their global football, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that role kind of just supersedes the manager, and
He definitely does. He definitely supersedes his
exactly somebody has to give.
man.
So like it wasn't. I'm not. Everybody wants to pile on Marinakis, right? Just because he fired Nuno, and everybody keeps trying to refer to the case of last season where he
Mm.
came to talk to Nuno on
To
the
the
pitch.
pitch, yeah.
And of course,
No,
that
that one I
situation.
understood that one.
Well, he wasn't wrong. All he
No, I
was doing
understood that
was
one, yeah.
questioning Nuno why the player was on the pitch when it seemed
Pitch
like
when he was
the health
injured.
was on.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
right? It wasn't wrong
I
too.
understood that one.
Right?
I understood that one.
I feel like the English media wants to pile on Marinaki so bad. I don't know
I think
why. I feel like they
especially
claim
after
the whole
he
problem with
called out.
Marinaki.
Remember, he called out Gary Neville. Called
Exactly,
out
Gary
Gary Neville,
Neville.
banned
So
them from
and
the
they banned him
from the
from their
stadium.
stadium. So I feel like they just
Yeah.
want to pile on him. But Nuno getting fired was not because Marinakis was being a bad person or he was just being trying to be funny. He actually was down to Nuno's inability to be able to build a relationship with Edu,
Mm.
and
Okay.
and completely.
Now that that's all said and done, they haven't won a match since this afternoon. They lost the game. They lost the game over the during the week. Honestly, I don't really care about Nottingham Forest enough to say long may it continue, but
Yeah.
long may it continue, man. Honestly, that's how I just feel.
I
Newcastle
feel like
versus Nottingham Forest. What's
I
your
quickly make a
scoreline?
prediction for what? Oh, it's Newcastle. It's against Newcastle.
Yes.
I think Ant gets fired this weekend. Even
He just came.
yeah,
He
I
just
have.
came.
So like I have this thing when I wake up in the morning because of my time zone. A lot has
Mhm.
already happened in England by the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I
yeah,
go to
yeah.
jump on.
Same.
So like reading through a lot of reports, Jacobs Benz said this morning that there's pressure on Ange.
Mm.
Although they are not, I don't think they want to sack him soon, but they don't mind letting him go this
Mm.
early.
Of course, he hasn't done anything
He's
to.
played 6 games. and he's not won any 6 games. And like
Yeah,
in those games, there are a lot of very winnable games. They play
of
Sunderland
course.
in that stretch. Like there are a lot of winnable games that they did not win. Off the bat, Ange was the wrong appointment. Firing
Honestly.
Nuno was not wrong, right? Because before now, they already had issues with Nuno's pragmatic approach to the games. They wanted him to be more attacking because that, like, whether you like it or not, that pragmatism was no longer working towards the end of last season. It's one of the reasons why they went from like possible title fight, even though it was not never really a title fight, but
Yeah,
they were
never in the
second
title
at
race.
some point. They were second. They were close to Liverpool at some point in the season,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And
I
they
think
missed
earlier
out
in the season.
and they missed out on Champions League entirely.
Completely. Yeah.
Exactly. So their form towards the end of last season, albeit injuries and whatnot, was not that good. They struggled really, like they struggled a whole lot towards the end of last season, and they are trying to move forward from that. They are trying to get into the attacking phase, and they were already doing that at the start of this season. But the jump from Nuno to Ange was just not it. Like it's like you cannot go from like ultra defensive to ultra attacking.
hmm
You have to. There are steps in between. But I
Also,
feel like
note that this is a guy that finished 17 last season with Spurs as
there's
well.
context to that. They had a lot of.
Yes, there's context. There were injuries and all, but
He
I feel
won
like for a
Europa.
team. Wait. Before I continue, I feel like my point is for a team like West Ham, I feel like those kind of flags are things that you should probably not approach. Why I
West
say for a team like West Ham is it's not. Sorry, Nottingham Forest.
Ham first, okay.
Yeah, it's not like you're a team that is Premier League stamped. Like, regardless, I'm going to finish. No, you're not. You're not Premier League stamped.
Why are you? Why are you? Why are you hell
Oh,
bent? That's your.
what?
Why are you hell bent on letting people know their place?
I rest my case. I don't.
Thank, thank
I rest
you.
my case.
Because like
I rest my
you all
case.
of a sudden become a judge. You want to let everybody know their place. Why?
I rest my case. I have nothing else to say. But yeah, what scoreline did you predict? I think Newcastle actually win. I
Newcastle
think
win.
Newcastle will win this
I
2-0.
wanted to
2-0
even I
Newcastle.
wanted to even buy for Temade in my team. I think they'll win this one.
Yeah, 2-0.
Newcastle wins this one.
2-0. Aston Villa versus Burnley.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Aston Villa wins this one. Aston Villa finally found their shooting boots.
Yeah, Watkins scored.
I think they've won back-to-back games now,
hmm
right?
I think they have. I think they won. They won in the
Yeah, they've won two
Europa
games
League.
on the bounce now.
Yeah, yeah.
Bologna, Fulham, and PS Feyenoord. So
Fair
yeah,
enough. Yeah.
I think Aston Villa should win this one. I
Mm.
think Watkins is
I
hopefully,
think 3-1 Villa.
yeah, yeah, that's fine.
3-1 Villa. Wolves versus Brighton and Hove. I think Brighton win. Brighton don't pull it Tottenham. For sure they don't pull it Tottenham.
Wolves at home.
Wolves are home at the Molineux.
Wolves win.
Wow. Scoreline?
That's one I cannot really say, but I think
Okay.
uh, so this
I'll
game,
say draw. 1-1.
I'm really yeah, okay. Draw 1-1 is safer, but I think Wolves win. I think Wolves win. Brighton have not really been good at finding back of the net too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
very inconsistent in that regard.
They found the net a lot against Chelsea though. So yeah.
Red card, red card.
Welbeck. Nice one, man.
But yeah,
Welbeck, right?
I think Wolves.
Yeah. Welbeck, you can rise again if you want. This one, I don't have anything
If
really
you want,
riding on
if
this.
you want,
If he wants to rise, he can rise.
yeah.
Selective. Anyways, moving on to the Everton game. Everton versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace unbeaten now in 22 games. Is it
19,
22 or 19?
19.
19 games, yeah. Actually, their 22nd game will be against Arsenal. But yeah, moving on to the actual match. Crystal Palace has been unbeaten in 19 games. Everton would do well to actually spoil that record. I don't see it
I don't
happening.
think they can. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I don't see it happening. I don't
I
see it
watched
happening.
Everton and like they just play like a typical English side, create what they can, lump the ball for when they can, and they do not have a striker yet. Whoever they have in front, whether it's Beto or Barry, they both of them don't seem fine enough. They still
Mm.
need to find another Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That form that DCL had that year, that I can't remember, I can't, I think it's 2020, 2021, or 1920 or 21,
Mm-hmm.
22. There was
Mm-hmm.
that year that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was just the guy,
Is it
and
under Ancelotti?
even before Ancelotti too.
Mm.
Before Ancelotti, like, I think when they had Ferguson, even Ferguson or
Oh
something.
yeah, yeah, it was good under
Exactly,
Ancelotti
like
as
he
well.
had
Yeah,
this
it was.
run where it was just good.
Yeah,
They need to find
yeah.
another striker like that. It's not enough to have creators. They have all the creators that they need. They have a prolific winger. They have Grealish. They have Dewsbury Hall.
Mm-hmm.
They need a finisher, and that's like their Achilles heel right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the score is going to be, I think 2-1,
I,
2-1
I
Crystal
I think
Palace.
2-0. I think 2-0 Crystal Palace. Their defense is really
No,
solid. That's another part of
yeah.
them that really goes under the radar.
Mm.
Crystal Palace defense is really good. So I think I'll give 2-0 Crystal Palace win.
Okay, okay, okay. I think that's actually the end for the weekend preview show. I don't know, KY, do you have any thoughts, any comments, anything you want to tell the
I
viewers
think
today?
the big thing for me this week is just first of all apologize to everyone
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really wanted, like, that was waiting for updates this week, whether it was for the weekend roundup or this
Even
weekend
this
preview
one.
coming
Yeah,
late as well. We're
yeah.
really sorry. It's just been a really long week, terribly long
Mm-hmm,
week,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and we'll do better to be consistent going forward.
Yeah.
And we had some comments we wanted to read out off the top of
Mm-hmm.
my head. Off the top of my head, I think I had some. A fan wanted us to bring expressions.
We're a long way from that, but
Uh,
that's not something
I
that
think
can
there are
help
three
me.
names. I'm trying to remember the three of them.
Don Robbie expressions and one other person. I
Robbie,
can't remember.
was it
Oh,
Kelly?
Kelechi was
Yes, that's the third
Kelechi.
one.
Yeah,
We'll
was
get
Kelechi.
there. I'm
Okay then.
really hopeful that we get there, but it
Yeah,
would be nice to have those guys on the show.
yeah,
Especially the Arsenal fans. I could care
yeah.
less about expressions, but yeah, we'll get
Nah.
there. Well, I'm really excited to see that comment just because it shows like how much belief you have in us, and we'll
Mhm,
get there. For the other
mhm.
guys, we see those comments, and again, it's my duty to reply. Like, personally, it is my own duty to reply to them, and I've been slacking. I'll do better at that too. So yeah, the usuals: watch, like, comment, subscribe, share, comment. Like, really comment. Let us know.
Yeah,
Like,
comment, man.
let us know
Because
things you want us to
I read the comments. I kind of respond to the comments in my quote unquote rant. But
yeah,
yeah, I think I'll be more focused on addressing them even verbally. So yes,
yeah.
please like, share, comment, subscribe, and well, let your friends know. Let your friends know.
Let
Send
your
it to
enemies
the
know too. Let your
Yeah,
enemies know.
send it to the fans that the Chelsea fans, the Man U
Mhm,
fans, send it to
mhm,
them. Let them know what's going on. Let them know their place, right?
mm.
Let them know their place.
And also for fans that want to jump on, we are really open to having people
Oh,
come.
we are open, yeah.
Guys that want to turn here to therapy sessions, I'm not calling any particular.
Come and come, Man U fans, come and sit down. We'll talk with you. We'll
And
talk you
again,
through it.
I will never get tired of saying it. If you need Larry's house address, I got you. I have the old one. I have the new one.
Yeah, do you have the new one?
I'll
You have
find
the
the
new
new one. I'll find the new
one.
one. If you need Larry's house address, reach out. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you've reached this point, smash a like, share, subscribe, and have a nice day, everyone. Peace
Peace,
out.
people.